Good morning, everyone. I'm Mr. Ulmer. I teach the welding over here. I'm program director at OC Tech. We have to go through this orientation today. I know most of y'all are first time students, so I'm going to kind of give you a brief rundown of what is expected of you and what happens here at the weld shop, T shop down here in the back. It's going to be a little bit different. This is the first time we've done a online orientation. So if you got questions, unhit your mute button. You can state your name and I got a question or whatever as we go through the PowerPoint here. And I'll try to answer all of them. And I'll give you my phone number here at the office and my email so you can have that. And then we'll look forward to seeing you Monday. And here we go. All right, can you see my screen here?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is what y'all taking, Advanced Manufacturing Technologies. We have the associate degree in applied science. We also have 64 hours for that, and we have 2 certificates, which is a basic certificate and then an intermediate certificate also. We have 3 welding instructors, myself there listed at the top. Mr. Larry Osborne, he's our full-time adjunct instructor. He teaches the high school students, or early college as you would call them. And Mr. Garland teaches the evening classes, which are usually from 5 to 9, 6 to 10, somewhere around in there. But what you gonna learn when you get here? What you gonna learn? You're gonna learn how to use an oxy-fuel cutting torch, plasma torch. You're gonna get this to use an air carbon arc gouger. You're gonna stick weld in all positions, MIG all positions, flux core all positions, and we're gonna try to get the TIG in all positions. You're gonna do a lot of blueprint reading, some stainless steel welding, and some pipe welding. The things you're gonna need a book. NCCR Welding 1, 2, and 3 are available at the bookstore. You're gonna need some welding PPP, which is also available at your bookstore, but you can purchase these things separately to somebody, an independent supplier like Airgas or Miller or Lincoln Electric, and they offer also those too. Can y'all see this book here?
Yes, sir.
This is the book that you can find at the Welding Level 1. It looks like this. We have a little 1 down here. You're going to use this for you're going to use this for 2 semesters, if not your whole entire career that you're here. We'll get later on into the level 2s and level 3s. This is a sample of the Lincoln Welding PPE equipment that you'll find online. It comes with a fire retardant jacket. It comes with a bag, a helmet, do-rags, welding gloves, safety glasses, chip and hammer wire brush, and some MIG pliers. The only thing you would need to add to that is a pair of locking clamps, like a pair of vice grips to hold the hot metal. You can't hold it with your gloves for long, it'll burn through. This kit is $193. I think everything put together over there, the bookstore is very close to the same price. I don't care where you get it from. I don't care if you get it from the bookstore and financial aid pays for it, or you buy it yourself. You can, these are the things you gotta have. Safety glasses, welding shield. Okay, that's your hood. It can be a passive or it can be an auto dark. I don't care which, just as long as it's a shade 10. You gotta have some welding gloves. I'm talking about welding gloves, the thick gauntlet style like you see in medieval times. I'm talking about they come down halfway to your forearm. I'm not talking about work gloves that you work and you run a shovel with at the house. I'm talking about real gloves. You're gonna need a welding jacket. It can be a fire resistant or it can be leather. It doesn't matter. It's just got to cover your entire sleeves and button at the neck, button or Velcro at the neck. You're gonna have to have long pants. That's kind of obvious. We're not gonna wear any pleather. Mary, I don't know if you got any hot leather pants or anything like that. That's probably not gonna be the thing to wear here. I don't suggest wearing leather pants. They're extremely hot, and we're not going to be doing that much serious welding where we're going to need to put on leather spats or anything like that. Basic blue jeans work. A lot of guys wear Carhartts, especially when it gets colder. We wear a lot of bibs and stuff. So they work well for us. You're going to need steel toe boots. They can be either lace up or slip on. We say slip on, they're like brogans, you used to call them, or cowboy boots. You can buy them at Tractor Supply. You can buy them at Walmart. You can buy them online. You can buy them at the Boot Barn. I don't care where. I would suggest steel toe. They do make a plastic reinforced toe, but that'll work too. You know, that's no problem. And you can find them in the lace ups too. I don't like the lace ups just because the laces will burn. Eventually they'll burn and bust, and you have to replace all them, and they're just too aggravating to get on and off every day. I ain't got time for that. Absolutely no rubber boots. I know a lot of people think boots are boots. They are not. Rubber boots will not fly in this shop. Duck boots will not fly in this shop. Duck boots ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna protect your feet from a piece of metal falling, and as you know, rubber melts. So that's not gonna work either. Tools that you're gonna need, basic hand tools. These are just basic tools. You're gonna need to purchase these. We're gonna have to have them ready the first day of class. You're gonna need a chipping hammer and a wire brush. You're gonna need a file of some type. You're gonna need a friction striker to light your torch and a tip cleaner. You're gonna need a pair of locking clamps or locking pliers, like I was talking about, vice grips. Channel locks will work for that. You're gonna need what they call MIG pliers. They got a funny little edge on the end of them. They look weird. I'll show them to you. And you're gonna need some earplugs. We're gonna wear those a lot. And tinted face shield cutting goggles. And they're usually red or green. They got a shade 3 in them. Gomez, you should probably have some from last semester that you can use again.
Yes, sir.
Yep, we're going to use those when we get into the Welding 101 class a good bit. Any questions on any of the welding PPE that we need while we're here?
I think I read 2 with 101 regarding. I'm not sure.
You gonna need what?
I think I read 2 with 101 regarding.
Yeah. Well, you might. You might have. All right, school hours. Now this has changed a little bit. This is kind of an idea of what we do. In morning classes are usually from 8 to 12 in the weld shop. And we're going to adjust that a little bit because of our lecture times now. Afternoon classes are usually between 1 and 5, and I think we only have 2 of those. Your Welding 101 is going to be there. IMT classes are usually shorter. They're usually an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours long. Most of that stuff is online. The only time you're going to show up is to do the hands-on practicals. That's going to be on Wednesday. Most IMTs that you welders are going to be in is going to be on a Wednesday afternoon. Okay. Students are expected to be here the entire class. Don't come in late, and don't expect to leave early. All right, that's a 0. We have 8 hours a week. We have to be here. So I'm sorry, 6 hours a week. We have to be here. If you don't show up, I can't give you credit for it. That's going to be an incomplete when it comes to the summer. All right. Do not be late. I ain't gonna let you in. If you're more than 10 minutes late, I'm gonna tell you to go back home. All right, just not gonna work. 4 days out. If you are out 4 days this semester, you will be dropped from the class. 4 days. If you meet twice a week, you miss 4 days. If you meet once a week, in your 1 week class and you miss 2 days, more than 2 days, you will be dropped from the class. This is not high school. They don't play. They don't take no games. You show up late, you ain't coming in. You ain't got your safety glasses, you going home. You ain't got your boots, I'm sorry. This is it. All right. Any questions on that?
No, sir.
All right. All right. We got to talk a little bit about Connect, our Connect and our D2L. Connect is, you got to set up your account for Connect. Connect is important. You've probably already done that. That's how you have registered for your classes. Gomez, you might not have. You might have had somebody help you with that. Connect that's how you get your grades, your final grades. That's how you pay your financial aid. That's how you register for your classes. That's how you check your advisor, which is me, but I'm going to be here every day anyway. I mean, I got phone calls, emails, and I'll be in this office. I mean, you'll be able to find me, no doubt. That's how you're going to check your class schedule. You're going to say you're going to print it off. I can't print it off from my computer. It won't work. All right, we done tried that. That's how you're going to look at your academic plan to see what I got to take for the next semesters as we go on through this welding, okay? Your final grades and your GPA will be in there. Your final grades, not your everyday grades, but your final grades will be in Connect, and then you'll be able to look at your transcript also. Now, D2L. Desire to learn, down to learn, I don't care what you call it. We just call it D2L. It's going to have all of your online content, class content. Like, let's say you're enrolled in the Welding 106 class and you have an online PowerPoint to look at, guess where it's going to be? It's going to be on D2L under 106 class. Right? We're not going to come to the class anymore this semester and say, Mr. Ulmer is going to do his lecture and show us show us the PowerPoint. We're not going to do that now. It's going to be online. It's going to be up to you. That's where all your assignments are going to be. Now, you got a course calendar in there. So if you got anything important from any of your instructors, it'll pop up on there. You're going to be able to view your current class grades. All right, and that's everyday grades. Like when you come in and you do a lab and you do good, and it'll be 100. You'll be able to see it that very same day. Or if you not show up and you wonder why you got a 0, it's going to be in your current class grades, not in your Connect. This is everyday grades. You'll be able to access your school email, check that, check your announcements. Okay, view campus announcements, campus-wise. Sometimes they have like you'll have an Independence Day celebration up here. We'll have, sometimes they have a Halloween costume party, or sometimes they have something special at the library, or they got scholarships going on. Or let's say I have to go to a welding seminar in Columbia. I may be out that day. You're going to have to check those announcements and say, hey, Mr. Ulmer's going to be out today. Or hey, we got something special going on. You're going to find that in D2L. And then your online advising will be also in there. Any questions on the D2L?
No, sir.
All right. Class calendar. You got a class calendar under your D2L. And it's got important due dates on it that's going to pop up for you. And this is going to be everything from your instructor. It could be assignments, quizzes, and exams. And we haven't used this a lot, but now we're kind of switching over to it with the online format. We're going to be using this a good bit. And it may say in the announcement, say, hey, you got a quiz due on Thursday, the 17th. Well, hopefully that'll be in the calendar also. It'll be able to remind you also too. What makes a successful student? Anybody know?
Coming to class?
Coming to class. That's the number one thing. Do not get behind. Okay. Numbers of hours in the class or lab. This is different than high school. Okay. It's way more than you think. I promise it is. You're going to have to put some time in it. You're going to have to show up to class. You're going to have to show up on time. All right. Number of hours to work and family. You're going to have to decide which is going to be more important, the schooling or my work. You're going to have to tell them, hey man, I'm going to school from 9 to 10 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and from 8 to 12 on Mondays and Wednesdays. Is there a way I can work around that? And most of the time, I found that most jobs will work around it to help you get your schooling. If you've got a great job, you love it, you don't want to do that, well, that's why we offer, evening classes. You can come at night, and we can work around that. I try to, family is important, especially this time in day and age. Family is important. You need to be there for your family. You may be taking too many classes. Instead of 15 hours or 17 hours, maybe you need to back it down to 12. Maybe 12 hours is too much. Maybe you need to say, Mr. Ulmer, I'm having a hard time with my job. I ain't got nobody to watch my kids. I need to slow this thing down and I need to take one class a semester, or I need to just keep it at 2 classes. I need to take 2 PM classes. That's it. I can't take no more. But that's what we're here for, and we can work around that. Sometimes that is what it's going to take for you to be successful here at OC Tech. We got some free resources to you. Things that's available every day. Even the library is open every day now. You got your Student Success Center, and that's where they do a lot of tutoring. We've had a tutor here in the past for the welding. Sometimes the lectures and stuff and our book content can get confusing. And so we have one of those. We got Trio. All right, you got career development, job placement, which we do. We got some good allies here in this community here, and we're working on more. So we can set you up with a job. We got counseling services. You got security. Security is very tight here. It is. Don't show up without a car pass. All right. Don't be smoking on campus. They're going to find you. All right. And then you got your older online tutoring through Brain Freeze and stuff. Now, I'm not too familiar with that, but I can set you up with it. All right. Any questions on what we went over today? Anybody got any questions?